Hello, beloved. Long time no talk to. How are you? How have you been? I hope well. Me, I have been well. A little overwhelmed. No, scratch that. A lot overwhelmed, but I have been very well. It feels like I haven't talked to you in quite a while, and it's a reason for that because I haven't talked to you in quite a while. Today is April the 5th, September. Wow. Saturday, April 5th. And this is the first time that I have picked up the camera and decided to call you this week. I have not spoken to you this week for very good reason that we will get into, which is the point of today's, let's just call it today's update, right? The last time I did speak with you, it was last week, I think. Let's see, I do have the journal here. Let's see. Yes, last week was the last time that I spoke to you. I did do a weekly vlog. However, as of this moment, you have not seen that vlog. And my friends, you probably will not get to see that vlog until after you watch this one. I have yet to edit it. There's so much footage from last week when I had the rental and I was doing all of the errands and still trying to work and all of those things. And it was over the course of a couple of days, right? So I still haven't had time to edit that because last week was busy and this week has been 3 depositions. I was in 3 different depositions this week, defending one and commencing 2 of them. So there was a lot going on this week. Besides the depositions, I have been negotiating cases. There's been a lot going on in my legal work this week, and I have not had a chance to work on the ministry, talk to you, or do anything outside of trying to sleep, eat, and do legal work. It's been so busy. So like I said, you will see this video because I am going to record this, lightly edit it, send it on its way, and then hopefully after today, hopefully today, after I do my taxes, because I still haven't even done my taxes yet. That is what I'm going to do today. I have to do that today. So hopefully after I finish doing my taxes, I can sit down and really focus on, I do have to get some errands done later on today, but I was adamant that I wasn't doing any errands. I wasn't doing anything until 2 things happened. 3 things happened. I talk to you, I speak to you, I do not go another week without uploading something. And then 2, I get my taxes started and completed. And 3, I start at least editing the video from last week, right? So I said, before I go anywhere and do any errands, speak to another human being about doing anything, I'm going to make sure those 3 things get done. And I am keeping my word. As you can see, I'm not really doing a diary entry right now. I am just catching you up on everything that has been going on since you have not heard from me, right? I just wanted to let you know, hey, I'm here. I hope you're doing well. I am overwhelmed. I have a lot going on, but I'm here and I'm still thinking about you. I'm still thinking about you. I haven't forgotten about you. Even though I think I did post on my the community tab. If you haven't noticed, I do post on the community tab regularly. I wouldn't say very, very often, but at least once a week I try to do a little update there. And so I think I did mention in the one that I did earlier this week that I was going to have that vlog sent out to you. I failed. That was a complete failure. To be honest, the same day that I uploaded that little post, I didn't do anything towards the vlog. I think, well, I take that back. I did. I transferred all the footage from my phones, from both phones, to iMovie to upload, to, start editing. But that's all I did. I didn't even start editing. I just transferred the footage. The footage is there waiting on me to do something with. Let's see. My intention was to pick up where I left off last week in the vlog. And I think I stopped vlogging on Saturday, right? I stopped vlogging Saturday morning. Well, I closed out last week's vlog on Saturday morning. And then, yeah. My intention was to pick back up on Sunday evening. And start Monday, Tuesday, and so forth. I failed doing that. Reason. So after I closed out the vlog on Saturday, I started doing my hair. And although I am more comfortable with the camera, and more comfortable than I was when I first started, I am not so comfortable. Well, I will get on here and show you a complete hot mess. I think me coming on here the way that I normally show up to talk to you is you suffering enough. It is you being a really good sport about me not making myself up, or, really putting myself together to share with you on most vlogs, right? So I appreciate you enduring that, but I was not going to show you the horror of what I will look like as I am doing my hair. But I did have to take some time out to do my hair because, like I said, this week I had 4 depositions. And although the depositions were not in person, they were on video, on camera, and I did need to look my best, or what I consider to be the very best I could while I'm representing my client. So I started doing my hair on Saturday, and it normally takes me a couple of days to do my hair. And in true fashion, it did. I started on Saturday, and I did not finish my hair until Monday evening. So that shot out any hopes and dreams that I had of picking up where I left off on the vlog. And then, so I did my hair, like I said, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then my first deposition was on Tuesday, right? And it was Tuesday morning it was at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then on top of the deposition, I had 4 court deadlines that I needed to meet. So after I finished the deposition, and I defended that deposition, meaning my client was the one being deposed. So I was just there defending. It wasn't a whole lot of prep that I needed to do for that. Oh, let me go back. So Monday evening, because I did work Monday, even though my hair was all jacked up. There was no in-person meetings, and I didn't have any video conferences or anything. So I could look as horrible as I wanted to look on Monday, and that was very fine, very fine. But I did have a conversation with my client on Monday evening to prep for the upcoming deposition. So I worked until 7 o'clock on Monday. So I started at my normal 9:30, 10 o'clock time on up into 7 o'clock, which put me out doing my hair even longer, right? Even longer so I didn't finish my hair until like maybe 2 o'clock Tuesday morning, early 2 o'clock that morning. on Tuesday morning. So I said Monday, but I still consider it to be Monday because I hadn't went to bed yet. But it was really 2 o'clock Tuesday morning that I didn't finish. I finished when I finished doing my hair. And so Tuesday I had the deposition. We defended the deposition at 11. That took about 2 hours at the most, 2 hours for the deposition. And then I spoke to my client after that. And then after the deposition was over, like I said, I had 4 court deadlines that I needed to make. So that means written work was to be done. And so I did the written work and got those sent off. I didn't finish working. I ended my work session really late on Tuesday because of all the things that I needed to do. Not to mention my second deposition was on Thursday, which was the 3rd. So the second deposition was Thursday at 1 o'clock. So I spent Wednesday, which was the 2nd, I spent majority of that day in between prepping for the deposition, because at this point I was not defending anymore. I was actually being the one to commence the deposition. I was deposing the other side. So I was prepping for that in the midst of doing other legal work. I have negotiations going on. I closed out a negotiation. So I had all that stuff taking place on Wednesday. And then Thursday, it was pretty much the same thing. I just worked all day, had the deposition at 1 o'clock. I'm looking here because my schedule is in the journal, right? So I had the deposition at 1 o'clock, and then that was about 2-3 hours. And then I just did more work. I had a new lead come in on Thursday that I had to onboard and do all those things. So that was another late night evening for me. And then I spent the rest of the evening up until about 10 o'clock preparing for Friday's deposition, which started at 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock Friday morning. So I had to do that. I prepped all Thursday evening for that. Then woke up Friday, did the deposition. That was another 2 hours. And then worked. Did I work? I did not work. Well, I did work majority of the day on yesterday, which was Friday, April the 4th. I did work majority of that. But I did stop around 4 o'clock because if you can imagine, I was beat. I was exhausted at that time. And I couldn't think anymore, right? I just really, really could not think anymore. I was ready to be done with the week. All I wanted to do was take a shower, put my bonnet on, and lay in the bed and just chill, relax. I also kind of didn't feel good a little bit because I was exhausted. I was tired. And, a parts of being a woman, I was feeling my womanhood this week. So yesterday was really, I carved out time to rest myself. And I had every good intention to do that. I did spend time talking to my baby doll, which is my little cousin. I spent time talking to her yesterday evening, which was it was an awesome treat. I thought it was a very nice treat. I was so thankful to God for allowing me to spend that time talking to her. It's been a little bit since me and her caught up with each other. So I was really glad that she thought about me enough to spend time, catching up with me. And then I think we were on the phone for like an hour, 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours. I think it was about 2.5 hours that we were on the phone just chatting away. And I really enjoyed it. After I got off the phone with her, me and Sebastian, which Sebastian is right here. If you can see him, he is sitting in my lap looking as cute as he wants to be. We kind of chilled for the rest of the night. Didn't do anything. I think I What did I do? I got myself caught up on some true crime. There is a case that is starting to gear up. They're in the midst of choosing and picking a jury for this particular case that I am anxiously waiting to for it to commence. So I got myself caught up on what was going on there last night and then just crashed. And that's all that I did on Friday, which leads to today, Saturday, which once again, I said it's the 5th. And I am getting ready to start another busy weekend. The taxes, like I said, and most importantly, editing the weekly vlog from last week and trying to get my head together so I can start filming for you guys for next week, which next week, I don't have a lot going on next week as far as legal work is concerned. There's not a lot going on next week because I crammed it all in the last 2 weeks, right? I crammed it all in there. And so there's not a lot going on. But next week, I have a couple of things that I do need to do next week as it relates to the legal work. But I'm gonna spend time doing the legal work, of course, obviously. But a huge focus for next week would be gearing up for the week after, which is the week of the 13th through the 19th, which is, if you don't know already, allow me to be the first to tell you, it is Holy Week. And I do kind of make a big deal of Holy Week because I am a proud follower of Jesus Christ. I am a disciple. I am a kingdom worker. So, of course, I am going to make a big deal about Holy Week. And so I've got some things that I've got planned for that week. I do plan to vlog the whole week with you. And so I'm gonna be doing a lot of planning for that for that week. Also, on the 15th, I do have a settlement conference for that week unless we can get the case settled. And that was one of the cases that I was working on this week, and for the past month or so, we've been trying to get that settled. So I'm hoping to get that settled so we won't have to do the settlement conference for the 15th, but my time is still carved out for that. That is actually the only interruption that I have for my Holy Week celebration. So next week it's not going to be as busy as it has been, so I will have more time to spend with you, my beloveds. But I'm still going to be kind of busy gearing up for the week following, and I have to do some ministry work, right? Because the week of the Holy Week is going to be ministry, heavy ministry in ways that I haven't done so far. But also the actual tedious stuff for the ministry that I have not been able to get done. I will show you. You see, I'm showing you here, like for March, my to-do list still says March 2025. I have not gotten anything. I have not switched it over to April. And to be honest with you, it hasn't been updated. Like, there's so much of this that I can take out, but I haven't had time to update this. So I haven't even, like I said, I haven't touched the ministry and what seems to be quite a lot of time. And time is of the essence, right? We're already in April, and my next big well, you know what? It seemed I'm actually doing good with time. My next big assignment, I'm doing pretty good Ooh, I'm doing pretty good on time. My next big assignment for the ministry of launching Practice and Peacemaking is not until June. I guess I will say, based off of what I have done so far and actually launching, getting the physical things prepared to launch, I've been doing good time. Even though earlier this year I was thinking, how am I ever going to get this done? But I have made significant strides to do that. There is some things concerning the launch that have not gone the way I have planned so far, which I thought I was going to be a little bit more further along in those things than I am. I would not speak on those things right now. They're still in God's hands. Those are God's problems, right? I leave his problems to him. I do what I can do, and we leave it at that. We leave it at that. Let's see, what else? I guess that's everything. I guess that's everything that I wanted to kind of catch you up on. I wanted to speak to you about, just to let you know, hey, I have not forgotten about you. I've truly been busy. I've truly been busy. Even though sharing on YouTube, starting this YouTube journey with you, beloveds, has been not of my 100% choosing, right? I would not say that I sought out to do this. This was something that I felt led to do. However, I do enjoy doing this. I do enjoy speaking with you. I do enjoy talking to you, sharing with you all the things that I'm doing, mostly because I have nobody right now in my day-to-day, everyday life, real time, to share these things with. I guess I could share them with people, but they don't hear it. They don't find it interesting. It's not something that they're interested in, and it's not something that they completely understand. So it'll just be me talking, and they're just like, good for you, or that's nice. No real interest. And I'm hoping, my prayer is that when you're watching me share, when you're listening to me ramble on or sharing my progress with building this ministry, with creating this community, hopefully creating this community, that you are interested, you are engaged, even if you don't let me know that you are engaged and that you are interested. I'm willing to bet on you, right? Willing to bet on you. So I don't want you to ever think that if you don't hear from me for a long period of time, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it anymore. I am not gonna, I'm not going to update you or keep you in the know. I am. But when I go quiet for a little while and don't post anything for a little while, I'm doing the best I can not to go, a week without uploading. My intention was to upload every 5 to 6 days. Not let my last video be the last video for over 7 days at the most. But sometimes it has to be a little longer than that, only because you do know that I am a practicing attorney, right, that runs a law firm and also do contract work for another law firm. So my day job, let's just say my day job is demanding, very demanding, and it does interfere with my evening job and communicating with my friends. But I am doing the best I can. I am going to continue to do the best that I can. And when I have the opportunity to communicate, I most certainly please know that I most certainly will do so. So, yeah, I think that's it. It is 12:07 p.m. I need to get started on these taxes. It shouldn't take me... I've been procrastinating on this. But I am not going to let this... it is what it is. If you are a business owner, then you understand my procrastination in filing taxes. But I'm not going to complain. What did Jesus say? What's Caesar's, give it to Caesar, right? And so that's the way I think about taxes. What belongs to Caesar, give back to Caesar. I hope you enjoyed this little catch-up session. I hope you're doing well. Once again, if you feel comfortable, let me know in the comment section how your week has been. What were you up to this week? Did anything exciting happen? Did anything happen that you had to give significant amount of attention to? Whatever it is, if you feel so led, share with us in the comment section. Until next time, beloveds, be guided by His light.